Check out carmarshal.com. The link is in the description. They help support us.
It's inappropriate.
I don't know why he made this.
You're fine. You're all right.
It's a story that's gained national spotlight. On Tuesday, Police Chief David Verhinsky released a short clip of body camera footage showing 11-year-old Honesty Hodges held at gunpoint and placed in handcuffs during a search for a suspect on December 6th.
I was in disbelief, as well as, and I'm speaking on behalf of the members, because we're all in disbelief.
Grand Rapids Police Officer Association President Andy Bingle speaks for the 250 officers and sergeants on the force and says it was this statement from the chief that has struck a nerve.
What you'll see on the body-worn camera is the juvenile is treated the same way that we would have treated any adult. And when you're dealing with an 11-year-old, it's inappropriate.
I don't know why he made those comments the way he made them. I really don't, and it's really baffling, and it is for all the membership.
Bingle says the chief didn't speak to the officers involved in the incident before that press conference.
I think the chief should have taken a step back, talked to his command staff. He's surrounded by a lot of great command, experienced command, and really didn't seek much input. So I think there's been a lot of damage done, and I don't think he acted quick enough to restore that.
I saw the term unrepairable damage has been made.
That's accurate, but you never want to give up hope, right?
Bingle has 27 years in law enforcement on his resume and says the officers on scene that night were following protocol. He says that original video clip shown gives an incomplete picture of what really happened.
They were furious that only that small portion was shown, without the interaction they had with Honesty after the fact, and how they talked to the mom, how they explained things to her. So when you guys first saw it, they show Honesty being put in handcuffs, screaming, and then that's it. Now that leaves only the imagination to wonder, well, what happened next?
Bingle agrees with Chief Verhinsky that changes need to be made, but for a different reason.
I think communication is the #1 change that needs to be improved upon. We need better communication with our commissioners, with our mayor, with the community. What we just got to remember is, hey, we got a job to do, and we can't let this distraction take away from serving the citizens. I don't expect people outside law enforcement to understand everything we do. And as hard as they might try to understand, they're not going to. And I think we need to realize that.
Watch, GRPD Union President responds to video of handcuffing of 11-year-old and Chief's comments. Grand Rapids, Michigan. The fallout continues after an 11-year-old girl was handcuffed and held at gunpoint earlier this month by Grand Rapids police officers during a search for a stabbing suspect. The Grand Rapids Police Union president spoke to Fox 17 about the issue, after Police Chief David Verhinsky called the incident nauseating and said changes need to be made within the department. Union President Andy Bingle represents the nearly 250 officers that work for the department. He says the officers are in disbelief over how the situation has been handled and adds that unrepairable damage has been done between Chief Verhinsky and his officers. The story has gained national attention. On Tuesday, December 12th, Chief Verhinsky released a short clip of body camera footage showing 11-year-old Honesty Hodges held at gunpoint and placed in handcuffs during a search for a suspect on December 6th. I was in disbelief, said Bingle. I'm speaking on behalf of the members, because we are all in disbelief. Bingle says it was the chief's statements in that press conference that struck a nerve. What you will see on the body-worn camera is the juvenile was treated the same way we would have treated any adult, said Verhinsky. When you're dealing with an 11-year-old, it's inappropriate. I don't know why he made those comments the way he made them, said Bingle. I really don't, and it's really baffling for all the membership. Bingle says the chief did not speak to the officers involved in the incident before that press conference. I think the chief should have taken a step back and talked to his command staff, said Bingle. He's surrounded by a lot of great command, experienced command, and he really didn't seek much input. I think there's been a lot of damage done, and I don't think he acted quick enough to restore that. Some officers in the union believe unrepairable damage has been made. That's accurate, said Bingle. But you never want to give up hope, right? Bingle has 27 years in law enforcement on his resume and says the officers on scene that night were following protocol. He says that original video clip shown gives an incomplete picture of what really happened. They were furious that only a small portion was shown without the interaction they had with Honesty after the fact and how they talked to the mom and how they explained things to her, said Bingle. When you guys first saw it, they show Honesty being put in handcuffs, screaming, and then that's it? That leaves only the imagination to wonder what happened next. Bingle agrees with Chief Rahinsky that changes need to be made, but for a different reason. I think communication is the #1 change that needs to be improved upon, said Bingle. We need better communication with our commissioners, with our mayor, and with the community. We just need to remember that we've got a job to do, and we can't let this distraction take away from serving the citizens. I don't expect people outside of law enforcement to understand everything we do. As hard as they might try to understand, they're not going to, and I think we need to realize that. While Bingle says many of the officers in the union feel that enough damage has been made, he is open to meeting with the chief to restore those bonds. He also says there's a huge disconnect between the police department and City Hall and wants to restore communication with them as well as the community. Chief Rahinsky says there is still another 100 minutes of body camera footage to review. Their internal investigation should be completed in the next few days. That stabbing suspect was eventually found and arrested at another home near that scene.
County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Sheriff County COPWATCH with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave let's say actually yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where at least I can do it. 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is if I got some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here, and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. You know, 47,000 of you so far right now. You know, $1 a day. I mean, $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head. Help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.